And what's up guys, welcome to the LG India YouTube channel. My name is Ratz and we're going to be playing some Counter Strike Global Offensive. Now before we jump straight into the game, I want to talk a bit about the oops. Yeah, sorry about that guys, apologies. Whoops. Alright, looks like my volume is a tad bit loud, which is fine, but I just want to talk a little bit about the LG monitor that I'm using. Currently I am playing on the LG's 24GM79G. It is a 144Hz gaming monitor, and it is one of it's a monitor that I've been using for a very long time. I think it's been close to a year since I was using the LG 144Hz monitor, so I am ready to jump straight in. So we're not going to go full competitive mode with this one like everybody expects. This time instead we are going to be playing a bit more. I'm actually going to be showcasing the difference between hertz in Counter Strike. Now you might not be able to notice them clearly enough, but I will try my best to go for it. So right now you guys are playing at 60 FPS, so I'm going to reduce the game volume slightly, right? So this is a warm-up where you can see based on the hertz. So right now when I'm moving, I can it's smooth, it is peaceful, it is nice, right? And this is in one particular color setting. Now you guys will not be able to notice this, right? So this part over here, when I'm looking at on what you guys are seeing, it is very dark. But you know, by going to the menu, right, there's a small little dial below the LG monitor. So when you go there, you click find picture, right? Find the picture menu, go to game adjust and increase your black stabilizer. Now this is very important. Now you guys will not be able to see this, but when you see this on your LG monitor screen, this area is lit. I can tell that the points, like the line, the connection is here, and here. Like I'm able to see that, but on stream you guys will not be able to notice much about it. So now that was the black stabilizer. Now 144 hertz is very important. That is settled. We gotta go with that. It's 144 hertz. If you're planning on going and playing FPS games at a very high competitive level, you're gonna need the refresh rate. Now what is refresh rate? It is basically the amount of times your monitor refreshes based on the amount of frames your game generates. So if I'm like right now, as you can see, I am getting 200 frames. 144 hertz will basically make your game much smoother. That means it's gonna refresh 144 frames per second, right? That's how it goes, and it's gonna be as smooth. It's going to be very smooth. Your gameplay is going to be very nice and smooth. Like right now I'm just playing around and it feels really good, right? So when I am facing off against the enemy, I am actually going to have an easy time taking them out compared to a 60 hertz monitor, right? So you know, okay, that was just a bad play there, as I didn't notice him. Whoops. So as you can see, I was able to kill these two guys really quick. I was able to kill them really quick thanks to 144 Hz refresh rate, which is a good plus point. Apart from that, my aim might not be the best, as I prefer playing with a rifle more often. And that did not replicate well. Right, so a bit of warm up in deathmatch, and then we can just jump straight into a casual. But I can use this opportunity to talk a bit more about the monitor features rather than just showing gameplay that you guys would want to see. But you guys will also have to understand the importance of a monitor, right? So the 144 hertz confirmed, as well as the black stabilizer. Now there's something called motion blur. Now what is motion blur? I will actually show that to you in a game setting. Now if you go to your options in CSGO under video settings, there will be something called motion blur. Now when you enable this and apply your changes, right, when I move, you will notice there's a bit of blur. right, you will notice there is a bit of blur when I move. Like when I move from left to right really fast, you can notice there is a blur, right? But you can actually go ahead and reduce that too. You can reduce that even further, because when you're moving extremely fast, your eyes tend to hurt. Even now, my eyes are actually hurting by moving really fast with... Oh, like my eyes are actually starting to hurt because I am moving extremely fast while playing and taking down my opponents, right? So there is another sweet option. So I'm going to go ahead again to the same place in your monitor, the bottommost part of the monitor, right below the Awesome LG logo. You will find a small little button. Press that button. It'll open up a circular menu. Go to your menu by moving it to the right dial. Go to your picture all the way down. Go to game adjust, and you will find something called response time. Now response time is basically based on how you what type of games you're playing, a fast-paced FPS game or a slow one. It's all up to you. But below that you will find something called 1ms motion blur reduction. And what does that do? It minimizes the motion blur that may occur in fast motion content. So I'm going to switch it on, my screen's going to go off, and my colors are going to change. So now when I spin a lot, you guys will still see the motion blur, but for me it'll be a bit reduced. So I'll show you how well it is. Right now my eyes actually was hurting a little bit. I'm not even kidding, it because of the motion blur. It's too fast, and I tend to move really fast because I play with a higher sensitivity. So I am going to quickly jump straight into game. Right, I am going to move extremely fast, and I'm going to show you guys how important motion blur reduction is. It's not just a feature to reduce motion blur, it's also your own preference. Like some people do not like motion blur. Myself personally, I don't like it. So I would like to, I would prefer playing it with with motion blur reduction. So now I can actually see, and also the enemies that are in front of me will also be on point. So I should be able to... Oh no, I forgot to buy something. So I should be able to point them out. Right, so I can move my movement is very fast, so it's really perfect there. So if I move left to right, I see someone. So I noticed him when I made the move, right? So now I've got my weapons, and if I turn and I notice someone on the way, I should be able to take him out. So let's test out how well I play with motion blur switched on in the game and motion blur reduction switched on in my monitor. Let's take a look. All right, I want to see where the... All right, that's a kill right there. That's a clean headshot. Oops. Okay, saved by the bell there. Saved by the bell yet again. So far, I haven't been able to find anybody to take down, which is fine. But as you guys can see, so far I'm actually doing pretty well. Of course, my score's gone down, but I will get that score up in just a bit. Whoops, alright. He was faster there, which is fine, but got the kill immediately because I was able to see his head, even though he was moving a lot. Oh, he found me again. And guys, if you're planning on purchasing an LG gaming monitor, I highly recommend you do. The LG moderator has been dropping links in the chat so you guys can check it out. Do go ahead. I would give it my seal of approval because it is actually one amazing monitor. Like, I've been using it for a year and it's really good. You know, apart from all the 144 hertz, all the awesome features that the monitor has, it also has some of the best color reproduction that I have seen in my in my entire gaming life. All right, I died to a bot there. Good evening, Technical. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. And see, if you're someone like me who wants to get good at playing video games, whoops. If you're someone like me who wants to get good at playing video games, or you want to actually take it as a serious job, you would want to get the highest hardware. So a 144 Hz monitor is required. Whoops, I got destroyed there. But I'm coming back up the leaderboard. Alright, now I've switched to an AK-47, so there's a bit of difference here. It's not a one-shot kill if your aim is on point, it's more of your aim. That's where your peripherals come in, but you need to see your enemy in order to take them out. So you gotta quickly go ahead and take them out. Right? So we spoke about black stabilizer, we spoke about 1ms motion blur reduction and how, you know, how helpful it is if you're playing fast-paced games, or, you know, games which has motion blur on by default and you forgot to switch it off. Well, there are many more features available in the LG monitor. Now, one of the best features that I've actually enjoyed, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of the most useful features for most gamers in India. And when I say most, there are many gamers who don't know what color settings to use while playing games, right? So there is something called game modes. That's right. So, you know, this monitor, it's not just for your FPS games. No, this monitor has color settings for RTS, FPS, MOBA, and any game that is highly esports oriented. All right. So, for example, let's take CS. This is an FPS game. So right below your monitor, there are 5 buttons: FPS 1, FPS 2, RTS, custom game, and custom. So what's the difference between custom game and custom? Custom game is more attuned for games like other games, maybe Call of Duty, Battlefield, or the sort like that. And custom is for your everyday work purposes or entertainment purposes that you want to use this monitor for. So I'm going to go ahead now. My screen is going to black out completely. I'm just going to go ahead and use FPS 1. So all I have to do is take my finger, press FPS 1, and it's going to change the color. So now I can see my color is different. It's a different color scheme altogether. So now it is more sharper, it is more clear, and the color is slightly warmer, which most FPS players would actually prefer, right? And with this FPS mode, I can actually find people and probably take them out. Alright, it looks like I am in a game with bots, so I'm going to quickly disconnect and reconnect to another game to show you how different the color is going to be for my eyes in this one. Right, guys, and if you're tuning in, don't forget to subscribe to LG India's YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for more awesome content, and also, you know, the best, you know, to know more about our LG products. So if you guys are in chat, our awesome LG moderator, he is dropping links in the chat to help you guys if you're interested in getting a gaming monitor. So let's jump straight into Mirage for a quick deathmatch and see, you know, see how the colors are. So as you can see, as I mentioned, FPS 1, the game mode is sharp images with, you know, perfect bright colors with the black stabilizer completely on. Right, so I'm going to quickly turn off my alright, so FPS game modes will lock your game modes down. So my motion blur reduction is on, my black stabilizer is set to 50 by automatically. So I am in a very good spot. Whoops, someone actually was waiting for me there. That is kind of low. Right, so this is an FPS mode some FPS players would actually prefer. Whoops, alright. Okay, looks like I got taken down there. Alright, so that is the first FPS mode. Now let's go to FPS mode 2. Let's see what happens. So it's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change the resolution. It's going to change quite a bit. Alright, so because it changed a lot of things, it actually sent my monitor to the other side, which is fine. Right, it is actually a-okay. Alright, just give me 1 second, guys. So I will just quickly fix this. Go to full screen. And I'll apply my changes. So it takes me back to my original monitor, the 144Hz gaming monitor. Hey, RA's World, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, just give me a second, guys. Oops, okay, it looks like something went wrong there. I will quickly fix this in a jiffy. Alright, so looks like I have fixed it. And now when I open the game, it should be a-okay. Alright, there you go. Alright, we're going to go back to full screen windowed. And we're going to quickly come back. So I did die for a bit. So FPS game mode 2 makes the game a lot more vibrant. It makes the game a lot more vibrant. It adds the motion blur reduction to it. Speaking of motion blur, let me just disable the motion blur here because I'm not a big fan of it in the game. Right? Alright, so let's jump into another game and let's see how this fares out. Right? And if you guys are looking to purchase a 144Hz monitor, do check out the LG 24GM79G. It is a 144Hz gaming monitor, and it is a really good monitor that I've personally used for over a year. I mean, once you get into 144Hz, I could not use anything below 144Hz, and it was a good experience. Alright, so FPS game mode 2, what does it do? It basically increases your black stabilizer by a little bit, but also makes your game very vibrant. So for those of you who actually like to have a vibrant setting to your games, then this is an FPS mode for you. So your outer settings, like the light paths, will be very bright. It'll be so good. Oh, okay, looks like my game is actually... just give me a quick second. I will fix this in a quick moment. I realized it was actually frozen there. I apologize for that, guys. I'm gonna bring back the game in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so... and now the game is back in full swing. So, as I was saying, areas that are very bright will be vibrant and you can see enemies clearly. And places which are very dark will also be kind of, you know, a little increase in the gray so that you can notice enemies who are hiding in dark spots. Now I know a lot of enemies who love to chill at dark spots just to find their enemy and take them down. Right, and look at that. Like, this is a custom this is a FPS game mode that I actually prefer. You know, because it's good, it's easy to use, and it is also one of the commonly used game modes because a lot of people prefer digital vibrance. Oops, kind of died there. Alright, so that is the FPS 2 game mode. Now, there's no point in putting, you know, the game modes such as RTS, MOBAs and whatnot. So right now, I'm going to go back to my own game mode, which is the custom game mode, because I do a lot of work from time to time, and I also play games a lot. So this is a game mode that I actually prefer using because it is my cup of tea. Right, so you're not forced to use just the FPS game modes for FPS games. You can use whatever you want based on your personal preference. Right, so I'm just gonna go back, get that right color in. All you have to do is just press the small little dial in the bottom. It's very easy to use. Right, I'm going to change my response time to fast. And there you have it. I am set. So this is the game mode that I use because it is something that I am very, very comfortable with. So at the end of the day, all the game modes that you decide is on your own preference. The color scheme, what you choose, it's all based on what you want for your, to get your ultimate gaming experience. But remember, if you want the best gaming experience, switch it up to 144 Hz and go a little higher. Make sure you have 144 Hz, enabled, like just pump out your hertz all the way to the maximum. And also make sure that if you're playing a game like Counter Strike or Call of Duty, you have... Alright, let me just get this guy. Alright, I got him there. That was actually pretty fun. Which is alright. Alright, so as I was saying, guys, if you want to play, any FPS game or any esports game at the highest level, make sure you increase your refresh rate to 144 Hz. If you're playing any game that requires fast motion, change your response time accordingly to either slow, medium, or fast. And if the game does have motion blur, make sure you activate 1 ms motion blur reduction. And of course, if and only if you're playing a game that has a lot of dark maps, or if it has, or where the color, you think the color is not right with after messing around with your brightness and contrast, and you can't see people in dark areas around the map, increase your black stabilizer. Right, I hope this helps you guys decide I hope this helps you guys decide the right settings for your gaming monitor. And if you're looking to get a 144 Hz gaming monitor, don't forget to check out the LG 24GM79G. It is a beautiful monitor. I've used it for the longest of time. I've used it for over a year, and I've been using it since the previous model, and I have been a big fan ever since. I have also used other LG models, and I must say they're also brilliant. But the 144 Hz, that one's got a special place in my heart. Oh, is there someone upstairs? There's someone up here and here. Oh, wow. So remember, guys, if you want to play games at the highest level, you're gonna need a 144 Hz monitor. And what better monitor to choose than the LG 144 Hz gaming monitor? Alright, so let's quickly finish this game. We have 4 minutes on the clock. Let's see if we can try and make it to top 3. Right? I'm gonna switch my weapons up a little. Shotgun power. Hey Aditya Singh, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, guys. Alright. Our job is to get to the top 3 by the end of this game with our awesome LG monitor settings that I've set. You can make it to the top 3, guys? Let me know in chat. My god, alright. I've got 2.5 minutes and I think I can actually make it to the top 3. It should be very possible. Oh wow, that was a good shot. That was a beautiful shot. Oh wow, that's another good shot as well. He got me good. Yeah, but oh what? Come on. That is not cool. Alright, this should be my moment to rise up the top. Oh, wow. Teach me, please. Where could the enemies be? I still need to make it top 3 though, and I've got a minute left. So I have to rush. Oh my god, this guy gets me good every time. Every time this guy gets me really good. It's like he is the one. Oh no. Yep, I don't think it's gonna happen. I could try playing one more just to see where I can end up. In 8 seconds, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get up there. Well, it was a fun try while it lasted. I did get the final kill, which will put a smile on my face. But yeah, that was the end of this game. And wow, that was actually pretty good. So remember guys, when you want to become good at a particular video game, like if you want to go into a professional esports level, you're gonna have to remember to always have the best hardware out there. And if it's especially esports, that means you're gonna need the top of the line refresh rate, and you're also going to need some amazing motion blur reduction, right? 1ms good response time, good refresh rate. These two are the most important things, and I would actually recommend LG because they've got a lot of other features as well, such as the black stabilizer, 1ms motion blur reduction. They've also got color game, various color settings. Like actually one of the best, like I would actually say, this is my opinion, this is just my opinion, a really good color resolution for this 144th model in specific. They've also got a really good they've got a lot of options where you can change around with, play around with your settings to get the right color settings for your own preference. And also they've got basic game modes for you guys to choose from, so that if you don't understand like how to set it up the custom settings yourself manually, you can always click a button and get it right away. If I was to say, if you are the lazy kind of gamer like I am, you can go ahead and use these custom modes. Oops, I got destroyed there. Okay. And also guys, if you're looking to get the LG 24 GM79G gaming monitor, you can always check out the chat down below. The LG moderator has been dropping some very useful links for you guys to check out, and if you're looking to purchase it, go ahead, go for it. Alright, so just gonna go around, frag for a little more. Just a little bit more. Alright, where are the enemies? All right, let me just go ahead. Oh wow, that's a good shot. That is actually a good shot. Alright, just jump straight in. Alright, let me try something really cool just for you guys. Oh, okay then. Didn't expect that would work, but that did. So I'm actually going to call it with that. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. You know, if you want to get an awesome LG monitor, do check out the link or visit our site lg.com, right? Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel and of course follow us on Facebook. My name is Ratz and I was showcasing this amazing CSGO gameplay with the 24GM79G 144Hz gaming monitor by LG. I've been using this for over a year now and I can say that this monitor is absolutely amazing if you want to get good at esports. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Peace, have a good one, and as always, stay awesome.